Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Stellos Stadium in Nashua, New Hampshire, home tonight of the Bishop Guertin Cardinals as they finish out the regular season. Right now they have a record of 6-1. They're going up against the Keene Blackbirds, who have a record of 5-2. A quality game to complete the season. Hi, I'm John Collins along with Brian Richer here at Stellos Stadium. Mata Field is in perfect playing condition. Ryan, we had a game earlier today. We're live on Nashua's ETV. Again, we've got the 3 cameras set up. It's set up to be an exciting contest with playoff implications.
Yes, that it is, John. Pretty much, we thought that we had all the seedings figured out, but with Winnacunnet winning last night and Dover as well knocking Timberlane out of the match, but Winnacunnet knocking Merrimack, literally we had 6 teams in the mix for 4 spots. But tonight, as followed, we thought maybe Bishop Guertin was a clinch for the #1 seed since they beat Winnacunnet last week. But if Keene wins tonight, Bishop Guertin will fall not just to the 2nd spot, but all the way down to the bottom of the barrel to #4. But if Bishop Guertin wins, they're the #1 seed, followed by Winnacunnet and Dover, then Keene. But like I've said before, if Keene wins, then we're looking at Winnacunnet as the #1 because they will be 2-1 against the 4 teams that made the playoffs, followed by Dover, who also is 2-1, but Winnacunnet beat Dover in that matchup. Then Keene, since they beat Bishop Guertin, then BG would fall. So there's still a lot of seedings to mix it up tonight.
Yeah.
And it's going to be an interesting matchup between 2 very good teams in Division II.
Certainly will be an exciting game. Mike Kelly, of course, still injured, but he's right out there as one of the co-captains for the coin toss. He's number 21 in your picture. Number 13, Stephen Cupa. 22 is Kyle Remillard, and number 47 with his back to us in the green and yellow is James Kemos. So we have 3 cameras here tonight. Pete Johnson, our executive producer, is here. We've got a handheld down on the field. We have just a great setup for you. So please sit back, enjoy some high school football live here on a Saturday evening. If you're watching this on Saturday, November 6th, that's when the game is being played live. And Keene always, you know, if you ever gone to Keene and travel over that hill there on
Absolute
what
beautiful
route is that?
sight
113?
I believe so.
Well, yeah, so at 111 maybe. It's really kind of hostile road territory to play.
A beautiful place,
a
great atmosphere for high school football.
Yeah, but they take their football and their sports seriously over there, and that
they play right next to the Swamp Bats.
Yeah, so. You know, you can't take them lightly is what I'm saying. And I'm sure Bishop Guertin isn't because of the scenario that you just painted. They've got to win in order to preserve that top seeding.
Well, Keene, speaking of Keene, they're 7-2 on the year. They've beat quality opponents like Timberlane, Merrimack, so they're definitely a team to be reckoned with tonight. Yeah. So it'll be an interesting matchup, especially with Lucas Lupa as their sophomore quarterback. He's shown at times that he can make the big plays, and Jimmy Boulay, he's another one to watch out for this Blackbirds team.
And BG's already had their humbling moment here, Ryan. They were shut out 7-0 by Dover the last time we did a game here at Stellos Stadium. So they know that they're not invincible, and they'll be looking to try to get some momentum going into the playoffs, try to get their offense working, first of all. I mean, that was quite an eye-opener to see them. I've never seen BG not score in a football game. That was amazing.
Speaking of Dover, they're a team that's, after losing their first 2 games, they've racked off 7 in a row. So they're definitely a team that's playing great defense, first of all, but it's definitely turned things around since the beginning of the year.
So we're awaiting the kickoff. Keene will kick it off from right to left on your screen. It is a rather short kick. It's fielded at the 15 and to the 30, up the middle, breaks it out to the left hash mark, out to the 41 or 2-yard line. Terrific field position. Kyle Remillard with the run back for the Cardinals to begin the game. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 41.
You couldn't ask for better field position for the Cardinals to start this game. Just hit the hole and made a nice couple moves right up the middle and starts great field position at the 41-yard line for Bishop Guertin.
Keene, of course, with the black trim. They are the Blackbirds. They have white uniforms in BG in the Green Bay Packers scheme, of course. Rolling to his right on the first play of the game. It is a pass that is completed for a 1st down and more down the sideline before he's finally knocked out of bounds. Terrific pass and catch on the completion was Kyle Carrasca. And we have a First play and a first down right away.
Koopa
BG
finds
looks great.
Carrasco right on the sideline. Then he turns to the field for a great gain, already into Blackbirds territory. We're seeing a very crisp offense right now on the first play for Bishop Guertin after they're coming off a big win against Winnacunnet last week, and you see it's carrying over to this game.
Yeah, quite the different look pro set offense by BG. They're going to pass 2 times in a row to begin the game, and that one's lofted into no man's land there. Good job of Cupa of not trying to force it. He looked like he looked downfield. I think all the receivers were
Well, his intended receiver never even looked back for the ball. He was ready to block. He thought Cooper was going to run it, and the ball was thrown right at his back. So luckily it was just an incomplete pass for Bishop Guertin.
You know, I think Cupa recognized that before he threw it. He's like, wow, he's not going to catch this. So I'm just going to find an empty spot and get rid of it.
Offense relies heavily on Steve Coopa. As you mentioned, Mike Kelly out for the year. He was their best player on offense. Speedster could break it at any time.
The pitch, right side, big gainer down the right hash mark, and it is close to a first down, just short of it by about a yard.
Nice toss sweep that time to the right side.
Number 27 on the carry?
Yes, I believe it's 27.
So he got 9. It's 3rd and 1. It was the first running play by BG, and it went for 9 yards. So it is 4-down territory for BG on this part of the field in Keene territory. Under center, Cupa gets one of the Keene Blackbirds to jump, but not offside. He got back, and that is a first down. Just a standard running play up the middle.
Keene was caught on the line of scrimmage that time, but like you said, there was a defender that jumped off. Maybe he hesitated that time on the snap count, and Bishop Guertin gets a first down.
Cupa going right to the sideline to get his play call from his offensive coordinator. And 1st and 10. BG just underway here at Stellos Stadium. John Collins with Ryan Richer. Not even 2 minutes played, and
Looks
BG
like someone
on the
might
march.
have jumped at the line of scrimmage, John. Early flag here by the referee. Let's see what he calls.
That is the call. It's gonna.
It almost looked like one of the wide receivers jumped offside. And you just can't have that as a wide receiver. He was looking right at the ball. I know you want to get off to a fast start here.
But you don't have a lineman bearing down on you like an offensive lineman would. So
if it's a wide receiver that jumped offside, that's just unexcusable.
I think he's going to go a little even more wider to get away from Tony Johnson.
Yes.
Rolling out the pitch. Good gainer here down the left hash mark, left sideline. Zach Mayu with the pitch and close to another. BG first down. That went for, 6 yards before he
Fucci was the one that set up, made a great block at the edge, which freed his running back to get a great gain on the play.
They're going to call it 3. So it's 2nd and 3. Gain of 7 on that play. We played 12-minute quarters in high school football. We've played 2 minutes of the game so far. Just underway, BG took the kick and they've marched downfield, a sustained drive. Good tackle made there by number 62 for Keene. Coming up to make the hit was Ryan Breedy.
We're seeing a heavy deuce of Melu lately. The last couple plays, he's been nice hard running for Bishop Guertin. See if he gets the ball right back here on a 3rd down and 1 for Bishop Guertin.
So Keene managed to stop BG a yard shy of the first down, but it's 3rd and 1.
Keene has some big boys up front on the defense line. We'll see if they can make a nice push here to try to stop Bishop Guertin.
Under center, Cupa kicks the heel and gets the man in motion up the middle for a first down easily. 22, Kyle Remillard had the ball, but I tell you, Brian Butari, number 40, really plowed a linebacker there and opened a hole.
Definitely.
He's 5'10" and 206 is Butari, number 40. He packs a punch in a not a huge frame, but
got to the second level.
Yeah.
Held his man, got enough for the first down for his running back. Made a nice lane that time.
We're scoreless with BG threatening here. They have the 1st and 20 at the 14. The pitch is to Mayu. Mayu trying to elude the corner man. He does. He's to the 5. He is in the end zone for a touchdown. Zach Mayu, a 14-yard run to put BG on the board first.
Just like that, Mayu takes the pitch. Great setup that time by Cooper. There's a defensive end narrowing down on him, but he decided to pitch it that time. Textbook play that time on the option, and The result, 6 points for Bishop Guertin.
They made that look rather easy.
Went right down the field, started at their own 40-yard line and moved 60 yards down the field for the score.
The kick by Ryan Card is true right through the uprights, and we have a 7-0 BG lead. In this game with playoff implications, the last regular season game of the year, BG trying to go 7-1 and make up for that unfortunate loss on Nashua cable TV that they had, one of the rare ones, 7-0, the shutout at the hands of Dover.
Yeah, you just don't see that, especially in Stellos Stadium. But right now, Bishop Guertin, that drive shows that they want to continue playing at home, having their number 1 seed. Make sure that see who the winner of Dover or Winnicott come back here and try to take them on at their home turf.
So nice statement, BG winning the coin toss and taking the ball. It was a 59-yard drive from the 41-yard line to begin the game. Took about 2 minutes and 9 seconds off the clock, capped by a Zach Mayu 14-yard run for a touchdown. And so it'll be Keene's first chance to touch the football here. The kick is down the far sideline. It's fielded at about the 5 and dancing down the right side before he is tackled at the 25-yard line, number 2 for Keene.
Ben Galinas that time on the kick return for Keene.
Yeah.
Just hit his hole, tried to get a couple blocks up front, but Bishop Guertin's kick return defense that time came swarming down on him and stopped him at the 25-yard line. All the players that time on special teams stayed in their lanes and made a big stop.
So first play from scrimmage for Keene tonight. It's a run off the left tackle hole or left guard hole, and it is about a 5-yard gain for Keene there on first down. Alex Parento, first touch for Keene.
That's what we want to see from Keene on their first possession, first play. Nice 5-yard game. Get them easing into this because their offense sometimes tends to struggle. So you want to make sure that you get a good chunk right now on make it second down and short.
Number 7 is Lucas Lopa. His dad is the coach of the Keene team and hands it off. Big penetration and gang tackling of the ball carrier. Number 10 is Jimmy Boulay. And
Jimmy Boulay had nowhere to go that time. The Cardinals defense has swarmed down on him. They read that play perfectly, and they tried to bust it outside, but that Cardinal defense showed their speed that time, and they came swarming in and brought him down for a loss on the play. 4-yard loss on the play.
3rd and 8 now for Lopa, who is keeping the hands in the pouch just before he goes under center. Back to pass, 3-step drop. He's going to fling it down the right sideline out of bounds.
Had his guy, on one-on-one coverage, but this one just tend to go out of bounds like you mentioned. So I like how Keene's trying to take their chances, make sure that Bishop Guertin's not crowding the box and putting 8-9 guys, forcing Keene to throw it. But, I like the play, but just Lupo just couldn't connect with the receiver that time.
Hopefully that Alabama-LSU game has ended and we have just been joined by a bunch of football fans who are scanning the dial. You're watching live on Nashua's ETV if you're watching this on Saturday evening at Stellos Stadium. BG's up 7-0, and this is a 3-and-out, a punt by Keene, fair caught at the 45-yard line by Bishop Guertin's return man. Nice job there by Tom Valis.
Valis almost lost his footing that time, which could be costly for Bishop Guertin, but luckily he held on to the ball.
I wanted to remark on the passing style of the quarterback right there, Lopa. When I said he flinged it, it was sort of like a very unusual passing style, put it that way. There's a great article, if you're a fan of the passing game in football, in Sports Illustrated this week that really analyzes in detail all of the great quarterbacks over the decades and in the NFL and the different ways that they deliver the football. Trouble for BG in a big way, and that's going to go for a huge loss on first down. So looks like some trickeration going on there, and it produces a 10-yard loss.
Well, Koopa ran into Malu on the fake, which definitely caused some problems with the play, and just like that, 10-yard loss for Bishop Guertin. Some miscommunication in the backfield that time cost the Cardinals 10 yards.
So let's see if BG can regroup here on 2nd and 20. They have 2 receivers split left, 2 right, and 1 in the backfield, and way offside was Tom Vallis. He just took off about a snap count too early.
Out of the gates a little early on that play.
So let's keep going the wrong direction
yes.
here. It's 2nd and 25 now. Ball spotted at the 30. There's Tony Johnson, who did not look like a happy coach in that shot. Mike James,
team has a 2nd down and long.
Our handheld cameraman down there better not get too close. Cupa fires it over the top, and it's complete. That gets back to the line of scrimmage plus some. Well thrown ball right there with his 2nd reception, Carrasca, and that had some extra mustard on it from Cupa.
That's, just like you said, Cupa, that's throwing a dart to Cascas.
Yeah, and that's sort of like that. Let me see if I had to make a comparison to his style of throw. That was sort of like Peyton Manning, you know, over the top. A little extra oomph on it. Points to where he wants to throw it, and he fires it toward the sideline, out of bounds, incomplete. Carrasca might have actually caught it, but he was out of bounds.
Yeah, that play just looked a little broken from the get-go. Cooper just running to the short side of the field, trying to find an open receiver, but all his receivers were covered. Great defense by the Blackbirds secondary to stay with their men, not giving up the big play. And now they're going to force Bishop Guertin to punt this one away.
Well, with the 10-yard loss and then the penalty, that was an ill-fated drive from the beginning. And BG, 3 and out, is going to have to punt this for the first time tonight, which they do. It bounces into the hands of the returner.
Jimmy Boulay throwing caution to the wind, picking that one up.
Yeah. He didn't fair catch it. He just thought he'd, limit the damage from the BG bounce, and that's a risky maneuver. So 2nd possession for Keene, 2nd offensive possession of the game. 5:51 to go in the first quarter. BG leads 7-0. A 14-yard run by Zach Mayu a couple of minutes into the game on the first BG drive. The 2nd drive, no resemblance to the first. Under center, Lupa is going to hand it off to the I-back, and he is popped in the backfield. Terrific job by number 37, James Carver, the linebacker.
Carver just coming right in on the stunt. And
he was in there so quick he almost got the handoff.
He sure did.
And that'll go for a yard loss for Keene. And they're fortunate it is only a 1-yard loss.
Now the Blackbirds moving in the wrong direction as well.
Tell you, when Lupa goes under center and he bends the knees, he's hard to see.
Lupa's not a tall guy, maybe at 5'7" max.
He's going to hand this off, and again in the backfield.
Again, great penetration by the front 4 of Bishop Guertin.
I'll tell you, it's 37 and 47 for BG in the backfield. James Carver and James Kemos.
Both James getting it done right now for Bishop Guertin's defense. As there are no running lanes at all for these Keene Blackbird running backs.
And so it's clearly a passing down for Keene, and it could be a blitz package here.
This is not the situation that Keene wants to find themselves in. On 3rd down and 13, Bishop Guertin is just going to come right after Lupa. Look, he's under pressure right now. Connects with the wide receiver, but short gain.
And not nearly what they needed for the first down. So it'll bring up 4th down and a punting unit coming onto the field for Keene.
Matt Cunningham was on the reception that time, but just had nowhere to go after making the catch. Great stop that time by Bishop Guertin's defense.
So Keene's been stymied twice after watching BG drive the field for a 59-yard drive for a touchdown. Keene's had the ball twice and had to punt twice. Here comes the 2nd one, barring a fake. And Lopa looked like he might actually be running with that, but he was just getting
that rugby-style kick.
Right, and it's a good reception for BG and a nice little return in traffic. Nathan Chartrand with the return and gets great field position again for BG. So they had the good drive, the bad drive. Let's see what this one brings.
Penalties have seemed to always hurt Bishop Guertin this year, it seems like most, especially in that Dover game.
Oh, yeah.
It was the penalties that really cost them. The false starts, that can really hurt an offense, especially a high-powering offense like Bishop Guertin.
Yeah, you have enough trouble beating your opponent. You don't want to beat yourself. So, and that's what penalties do. Under center, Cupa. Gets the snap, hands it off. No, he keeps it. Follows his blocks, he gets at least 5 yards as Keene rips at the football. Cuba does a good job of holding on to it with both hands, and he gets a nice gain on first down of about 7 yards. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Nice run by Cooper that time. He saw the defense narrowing down on his run back, so he decided to keep it, and he gets 7 yards out of the play.
Dan Folger is the center, and he helped open a hole there. Folger, 6'3", 211. He's a senior, doing the snapping today to Cupa. He's got a tight end right. He's got receiver split left. And he hands it off to the I-back and taking a few pops and easily the first down. He fell forward for about 7 more. Great run by Remillard. First down, BG.
Remillard showing his power and getting through the hole for another first down for Bishop Guertin.
Yeah, good balance. He kept on his feet, and then when he took that last hit, it seemed to help him go forward for another 5 or 6 yards. So big gainers on the ground here for BG. Let's see if Cupa mixes it up or stays with the running game.
I wouldn't be surprised if Bishop Guertin goes for the air right now. They got single coverage on the top of the field.
Air. It's a 4-step drop. He fires it over the middle in traffic, taking some hits, and a flag. Unnecessary roughness is going to be called against one of the cornerbacks for BG. You're right, Brian. It was a helpless defensive back sort of play. There was an extra forearm shiver, I think, delivered there.
I think that one goes against Jimmy Boulay on that one. Just
Number 10?
Yes,
I think you're right.
Helpless receiver that time. The ball's over his head, so, you know, you got to let the receiver get away from that play.
2 officials concurred. There are 2 flags down on the field in that. If you've been watching NFL, you've seen a lot of that type of hits be flagged this season. And, you know, no exception in high school. You want to stay safe, too.
Yes, absolutely. The interesting fact on that play was Cooper had 2 receivers on the top of the field on single coverage, but instead he tries to go in the middle where there's three defenders around his wide receiver, throwing it into triple coverage. Not a smart play by Cooper that time.
He's under center, calling the signals, a hard count, nobody jumps. Eluding a few tacklers and getting some good first down yardage was Mayu.
Yep, that's Mayu. Once again, right up the middle for a couple hard yards that time.
A lot of running plays, keeps the clock running. It's 2:40 to go in the first quarter. BG leads 7-0, and they're headed for a second score here in four down territory. They've got a fresh set of downs, so they make hay on the first carry. 2nd and 5, rolling out with the pitch. Nice cut by Mayu. He finally stumbles to the ground, but he gets. Actually, that stumble did cost him the first down. It'll be 3rd and 1.5, 2.
Mayu once again showing his balance. First defender came up and popped him, but he was able to stay on his feet, get close to the yard marker that time.
Call it 3rd and 1. Ball at the 13-yard line. BG splits 2 receivers wide to the left. They have a tight end. 2 tight end formation, and there's a whistle.
I think we got another false start here on Bishop Guertin. Yep, once again, a little miscommunication right there. This one will go against Bishop Guertin, push him back. Now make it 3rd down and long.
Yeah, 3rd and 6. That hurts. It makes it a lot more difficult to get this first down. Might change the play from a run to a pass. We'll have to see. Ball moved to the 18-yard line. Clock running at 1:35 to go in the first quarter. Cupa fakes the handoff and runs right into 2 Keene Blackbirds.
That time Keene was not fooled on the option, and they've read it perfectly and stops Cooper right in the backfield for a big loss.
Number 88 is Matt Cunningham, one of the captains, and that was sort of like a Christmas present.
Yes, the senior
quarterback.
captain. There you go.
You do the rapping. And he did.
I don't think we're there yet for the holidays, John.
I mean, what Cunningham did the rapping right there of Cupa, and it's 4th down, and BG will go for it. Cupa backs up into the shotgun. Nice snap. Fires on a 1-step drop to nobody in particular. The best chance at a reception there was a Blackbird. Number 41, Ben Hardy, dove for it, but somebody missed a pattern.
Yeah, it's either Cooper was throwing to just a spot in the field, or his receiver just forgot what route he was going to run that time. Miscommunication from the receiver to Cooper, and that results in incomplete pass and a first down for for Keene, excuse me. But that's a great stop for Keene.
It is a great stop.
They
deep in their own end, yeah. Trailing 7-0. Now they get the ball back on downs.
Keene is a team that sometimes just hangs around. Next thing you know, you find yourself trailing.
Frustrating part for BG is that slot was open if you had a receiver cut into it.
Oh, definitely it was.
And bulling his way forward after the initial hit. A good run by number 6, Chris Lacroix, one of the co-captains for Keene. Was almost dropped for a very minimal gain, but willed his way for a 5-yarder on first down. That's a good start for the Keene Blackbirds on this drive. Only 30 seconds to go in the first quarter. This might be the last play of the quarter.
Keene's going to need Lacroix to really step up and carry this Blackbirds offense on his back, especially running the ball. They're going to need a nice hard runs from him.
He hits the hole hard and he gets the first down.
There we go. Lacroix getting things going right up the middle, right attacking that Bishop Guertin defense, right at the heart of it.
Number 6, Lacroix. And 10 seconds as Lopa goes to the sideline. Gets the play. 3 seconds, and we will not see another play in the first quarter. So one frame in the books here, last regular season game in this Division II clash between Bishop Guertin and the Keene Blackbirds. The score is BG 7 and Keene nothing. They'll switch sides or they'll move the ball from the 35 to the right to the 35 to the left. We have 3 cameras covering the action as you watch the Bishop Guertin cheerleaders on the sideline. That's Tim O'Neill up top with the field camera, the camera in the stands, Terry Collins, and the roof cam, Jesenik Soto is up top. Field camera handheld Tim O'Neill is down on the field. Bring us shots of Tony Johnson's reactions to various plays. That's always entertaining.
This is what you want, end of the year.
Yes.
You know, 3 cameras live, you know, the showcasing 2 great teams in Division II.
Coaches commenting on Division II this year, how Exeter went to Division I, how BG was beaten at home by Dover 7-0. Very different face on Division II this year compared to years past when it was all about BG against Exeter.
This year, there are, like I mentioned, 6 teams just in the running. 6 teams. Merrimack has improved. They have their first winning season in 6 years. So Timberlane has been a tough team, even without Derek Fury, who graduated. Nate Lawrence has really stepped up for the Owls. So you really got 6 teams that were in it to the last game of the year.
Tight end in motion from left to right, dropping back and rolling to pass. Lopa's going to flick it. It was completed into the 45-yard line and out of bounds.
Tyler Slants that time took a vicious hit at the end of the play, but he was held on for a big-time completion for the Blackbirds.
I think that was Andrew Carper, number 45, on the hit. But it was well executed by Keene, so they moved the chains immediately to the 45-yard line. On the first play of the second quarter, Keene trails BG 7-0, but driving.
Lupa seemed more comfortable that time, rolling out of the pocket, waiting for a receiver to get open instead of standing in and taking the pressure from that Bishop Guertin front 4. And as you mentioned, John, he's not the tallest of quarterbacks, so it's kind of hard sometimes to see over that big Keene offensive line.
And as a Doug Flutie fan, for going way back, he used to open himself some lanes that way,
absolutely.
By rolling, rather than standing back there and trying to look over the trees. He'd move out to the sides and gain some passing lanes.
I believe this is Keene's second first down, so they got things moving right now. Actually, it'll be second down and short.
Yeah, they just did a measurement and it looked like it was half the football, so.
Slants couldn't get all the way to the yard marker, but good play on first down for Keene.
Doing the snapping for Keene is Matt Amon, number 60, in front of Lupa, who hands it off. They get the first down, falling forward, easily making it. Number 21, Alex Parento.
Nice run that time by Parento. Looked like just for right before the ball snapped, Bishop Guertin's front four jumped a little bit, but no call that time. But it seems like the hard count that time by Lupa had Bishop Guertin's defensive line on their heels in a nice run that time to pick up the first down for Keene.
So a fresh set of downs for the Blackbirds. 1 yard shy of midfield. Lopa calling the signals. He's got two receivers split to the left. He's going to look to the left. He pitches to nobody. It's on the turf. Picked up there, and a heavy hit delivered by James Kemos. Lucky to pick that up and maintain possession was Chris LaCroix, number 6.
LaCroix, that was just behind him. I think Lupa felt the pressure coming. They were blitzing on the weak side of the play. Bishop Guertin was, and that pitch was just right behind him, and it's going to be a big loss for Keene.
Wow, almost 20 yards. It'll bring up 2nd and 24 at the 35-yard line.
Not what Keene needed on this drive. They need to be very sound in their plays. That time they went a little fancy with the option, and it backfires for them.
I should have said almost 15-yard loss on the plays. It's a standard running play. They didn't try to get it back all at once. It'll be 3rd and 24. Excuse me, 3rd and about 19.
On the carry for Keene. Now it's going to bring on a 3rd down and 19. And I don't know what the coaches have dialed up in their playbook, but let's see what they come up with right here.
Let me guess, a rollout pass. We'll see if that's what it is. Lupa seemed to specialize in these rollouts and looking for receivers on the sideline. Let's see what he comes up with here. Straight back,
here
heavy pressure,
middle
screen, and breaking it up enough. Number 22 on the play, Kyle Remillard with the big stop way short of the first down. So BG makes a nice play on 3rd and long. It'll bring up 4th down and 10 back to the original line of scrimmage.
Parento had some running room, but Cardinals defense once again swarming down. It stops Parento way short of the first down marker.
I know it's designed to let the rushers come in on the quarterback, but he really just barely got rid of that. I mean, they were on him. Punting formation for Keene here. Next to midfield. Lupa does that rugby kick again, and it's on the fly. It's fielded, tackle there is Nathan Chartrand. No return yardage, but sure-handed to give possession back to the Cardinals. 9:19 to go in the first half. 7-0. BG leads. They have shown ability to move the football. They've also shown ability to hurt themselves with offside against Keene. Does BG want to kick it again? That's the question now on the sideline.
Well, if they punt it again, Chartman had a tough time. It almost bobbled that last
Yeah, I don't think they're happy with that 20-yard line there. I think 1st and 10. I think they want to make him kick it again, and they will.
Nope, that's
decline.
Decline.
Excuse me. Okay. I shouldn't be coaching. I should just
well, that's why you're up here with me.
Watch and deliver. Yeah, well, you never know if something could go wrong, huh?
So last time the drive stalled for Bishop Guertin because of penalties.
Yeah.
So that we'll see if they got things. That was their second false start of the game. We'll see if they fix things up right now, because they are only up 7-0, but it seems like the score should be much more as the way they've been moving the ball around.
Yeah, they're only an errant pass or a mishandled handoff away from a Keene tie here, so got to concentrate on ball control and moving it and rolling out to his right. Heavy traffic picking his way through. Cupa is able to make a nice gain there. Looked like he was going to be maybe dropped in the backfield for a loss and turned it into a big gainer on 1st down.
But it looks like this one's going to be holding against Austin Sarmarni. Little block in the back it might be, because Cupa had some nice running room, but it looks like offensive lineman held at the line of scrimmage to free him up.
2 officials agreed with that. There's 2 flags down on the field, probably for the same hold. And you just mentioned how penalties are one of the worst enemies for BG so far in this game, even though it feels like they've dominated. They only lead 7-0, and again, they're going in the wrong direction.
Especially a holding call. That's what really kills plays. And it seems like the Sarmarni's defender was already, the play was already gone. So it seems like, you know, you always have that. Seems like happens when a player gets called for holding or blocking back when the play's already passing by.
So 1st and 18. Here's this middle screen of their own for BG, but tackled right where he caught it.
Ben Hardy that time read the screen perfectly for Keene, and he comes up with a big stop.
Number 41, Hardy, is right there, so they were not fooled, and it'll bring up 2nd and 22. Ball's at the 8-yard line, so uncomfortably close to their own end zone are the Cardinals as they try to reach into the playbook and come up with some kind of an effective forward movement here.
Well, the option has worked great for Bishop Guertin. You know, they've had some plays that sometimes it hasn't worked, but right now I think this is what they might go for, try to gain some of the yardage back.
Dropping back is Kupa. He's looking for Zoka down the right sideline. Zoka is down there, and he is not able to make the grab. Actually, it was number 4, Kevin Kizuk, who was down there too.
Jimmy Boulay that time played the ball perfectly.
He broke it up. There really was no open receiver, but trying to force it in there and hope that Kizuk could make a nice athletic play. Instead, Boulay breaks it up, and BG, 3rd and 22, deep in their own end.
Boulay did what his coaches told him. Be the deepest man on the field and played the ball perfectly at the highest point, making sure that no Bishop Guertin receiver could come down with it.
So here maybe Kupa wants to hit a receiver cutting horizontally across the field. He's in the shotgun. He's got a 3-step drop from his own end zone. Fires it down the middle, almost intercepted. And there's the danger, playing perfect zone. Number 58 was Dylan Bellatate, and Bellatate was in the perfect spot to pick that off, and that would have been disastrous for BG. Instead, they get to punt it.
Kupa just didn't see Bellatate right in the middle of the field. He was just standing there in the zone.
Yeah.
And if Bellatate would have caught that one, he had reservations for 6 on that one.
You're right. 8 minutes to go in the first half. BG does have a score, but their offense has stuttered to a halt here in the second quarter. Timeout called by Tony Johnson as he walks out to huddle up with his punting unit.
Well, John, once again, penalties stalling the drives for Bishop Guertin. They had a costly holding penalty which negated the Steve Cooper run. And then you see 4th down and 22. They have to punt it away and give it to Keene, the ball back, and they're going to get great field position. The best field position, which will be probably of the game so far, because lately they've been, their first 2 possessions, they've started at their own 20-yard line.
There's Tony Johnson. It's senior night here, November 7, 2000. Well, actually, it's November 6th. I was just reading this right here, the misprint. 2009 on the senior night program.
Let's correct that right now.
Yeah. Pretty sure it's the 2010 senior night program. Punting from his own end zone, and a nice boomer there. It's going to be fielded at the 45, and with it, trying to go wide, and he does get around the first cover people. Ben Galanis. Decent return, gives great field position to Keene, 1st and 10. Ball will be at about the 40-yard line, make it the 39. Their best field position of the night.
Well, Keene that time on the punt return, they set up the reverse. Boulay came down with it, then they handed off to Galanis, but Bishop Guertin was not fooled that time, and Galanis couldn't get up that many yards, which was set up to be a big play for Keene. But hey, they're in the best field position in Bishop Guertin territory at the 39.
Lopa hands it off, and up the middle goes LaCroix. He gets a gain of about 3 or 4. Call it a gain of 4. It'll be 2nd down and 6. Successful 1st down play for the Blackbirds, who are trying to tie this game up.
I know, you would think that, you know, this game should already be over, but Keene is hanging in. That's what they do. Nice run that time by LaCroix. Make it now only a 2nd down and 6.
Receivers split to the right, and it's a handoff to the fullback, and he has got 1st down yardage and more. A tough load to bring down is Alex Parento, number 21.
Look at Parento hit the hole. Once he found some room, just runs right upfield, taking on all of Bishop Guertin defenders, running over him. A big gain that time for Parento.
Yeah, Keene's got to be very encouraged by what they see. We have an official timeout, and it's an injury. A player for BG is going to hobble off the field, Blake Boudreau. Hopefully that's not too serious, but he
seems to be. Seems like he can't put any pressure.
His right leg or foot.
But that time, that was the biggest hole so far that the front offensive line for Keene has really created against his Cardinal defense on that last play, which sprung Parento for a big gain.
7 minutes left in the first half. BG leads 7-0, but Keene is driving. Lucas Luopa hands it off up the middle, and good stacking defense by BG holds that to a minimal gain.
LaCroix once again on the carry.
Coming up from his linebacker position to assist in the stop was James Kemos, number 47. And there you see Boudreau on the sideline in pain.
That does not look good.
Yeah, it's his right lower leg area. It's 2nd and 5 for Keene. Lopa. Lucas drops back 2 steps. He's going to throw it up high to the right side. It is just off the fingertips of the intended receiver, Galanis.
Galanis had a step on his on the defender that time, but seemed to be an underthrown ball that time by Lupa.
Galanis was the only one that had a chance to catch it. It was to the outer side, and so he was very frustrated that he didn't. He saw him smack the turf, thought maybe he could have adjusted his last few steps there and maybe picked that one off the Stella Matafield turf. But it's 3rd and 5, and let's see if Keene goes back to the passing game here.
You got to be encouraged if you're Keene, knowing that your receivers can get open against this great defense of Bishop Guertin.
They will pitch it. And there's Boulay, and he is to the first down marker area. First down, I believe. Yes, they.
Looks like it's going to be short, John. Let's see what. Nope, they are going to call it.
It looked like
they're hesitant at time.
I saw the official that marked the ball indicate first down, and that is a big play for the Blackbirds.
That time for Keene, the option was a success.
Yep.
And Boulay was able to get some great yards out of the play and create a first down for the Blackbirds.
Lopa hands it up the middle. Parento is driven to the turf. Again on the hit was Kemos. Parento such a big load, though. Even when he gets hit at the line of scrimmage, he falls forward and plows his way for 4 yards. It's going to be 2nd and 6. Ball's at the 12-yard line. Keene trying to drive and score and tie the game. 7-0. BG leads. 5.5 minutes to go in the first half. Ball in the near hash mark. Lopa surveying the field before he gets under center. Fakes the handoff, he holds onto it, and he's got really nowhere to go off left tackle. Good job by BG, not fooled at all, and leading the charge was Kyle Carrasca.
Carrasca that time, not fooled at all by the option, and Lupa, he knew that there was a swarm of Bishop Guertin defenders coming his way. He did the smart move that time by not pitching it. We saw what happened last time when he was under pressure. He pitched it, big loss for Keene, but this time he holds on to the ball, and now, which makes only a very manageable 3rd and 7 for Keene coming up right now.
Let's see if BG comes with the blitz on Lopa, who has tried a middle screen. He's also rolled out to the right a lot. He's rolling a little bit. He's under pressure. He's scrambling, looking for an opening, and there's nothing except green jerseys as he's driven to the turf after maybe no gain at all.
Brian Boterri that time came in
half a yard
with the pressure for Bishop Guertin. Really made Lupa come out of the pocket that time. Wanted to throw it, but he couldn't find the receiver in time, so he had to run it and now bring on a 4th down and 6.
No thought of the field goal, it appears, as Lopa goes to check with his coach, also his dad, John Lopa. 3:57 left in the first half, and this is going to decide whether Keene's going to tie this up or turn the ball over on downs. 4th down and 6 yards to go for the Blackbirds.
They're emptying out, John. They're going to go with
the shotgun. Lopa stands there, fires to the left, up in the air, up for grabs. It is knocked away. A clean defensive play by BG in the left corner. We want to credit Remillard for knocking it down, and it is Bishop Guertin's football.
Great play that by Remillard, running with the receiver. The ball was thrown perfectly, giving his receiver a chance to go up for the football, but Remillard was right there to make the deflection, and big stop for Bishop Guertin.
Randy Moss would have had it. Kevin Garnett would have had it.
Well, we'll see. Randy Moss lately seemed to be getting some alligator arms when those plays. So,
but it's a good play by Remillard, and it's BG's ball. And as a reward, Remillard gets the first carry of the offensive series, and he takes it for a good 6 yards. It'll be 2nd and 4.
Well, this is a drive Bishop Guertin needs. They're up only by 7 points with 3 minutes to go in the first half. They really got to get things going and try to get some more points on this board.
BG scored on a 14-yard run by Zach Mayu 2 minutes into this game, and since then it's been all defense. No scores since then. It's 7-0.
Once again, another false start, John, by Bishop Guertin.
Ouch.
Yes.
Flag on the play.
Kyle Carrasco that time just got out of his stance a little too early.
Yeah.
And
there was actually 2
players
on the left side of the line that bolted. I mean, one was probably influenced by the other, but BG's, and there's the, well, actually, that's pretty calm, Tony Johnson, for what just happened.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. 2nd and 9. Pitch. Up the left hash, and Remillard jukes his way back to the middle, and he's finally brought down after gaining about 30 yards. He's out to the 37-yard line. Kyle Remillard, highlight play.
What a great run by Remillard. He broke the first tackle, then ran right upfield for a big gain. This is what Bishop Guertin needed. Get some more life in their offense, get things rolling, as they got 2 minutes and change to work with before the first half comes to an end.
Now, is the uniform police gonna fine him for having that?
I don't know. I've seen a lot of kids lately with untucked jerseys, so I think he'll be safe.
Cupa has it, and he keeps it, and he's got close to first down yardage as he went up the right hash. Looked like a good decision by Cupa there not to pitch it, and he took it up for a 9-yard gain on first down. So it's going to be 2nd and 1, or they'll call it 2nd and 2. 2 minutes to go in the first half. BG trying to double up their lead here. They lead 7-0.
Nice run by Cupa, following his blockers all the way for 8 yards on the play.
So BG's into their 2-minute offense here. Handoff is up the middle. Good job of turning it outside. Mayu gets a first down and into Keene territory. Ball will be spotted at the 41.
That time, the quick handoff to Mayu caught Keene off guard, ran right up the middle, then pitched it to the outside and got a big play on the gain.
So Remillard, Mayu, figuring in the running here for BG. Cupa's been keeping a few of them himself. He pitches it. And it's not going to be too much of a flag. Flies late. It might have been a face mask. Somebody might have grabbed some mask there as Mayu was on his way down to the turf. Let's see.
On that play, Kyle Remillard had a great block in the backfield.
Push in the back.
This one's going to go against Bishop Guertin. Tough break that time.
I thought because the flag came from the far sideline with the official having a good view of the tackle that it might have been some kind of offense against Keene, but it goes a block in the back against the Cardinals, and again, their own worst enemy, as the yellow flag interrupts what looks like.
I believe that's their 5th or 6th penalty in this first half against them. And they have been costly ones too.
Yeah,
Stalling
I mean, you
drives.
add up the yards on that. It's probably the whole length of the field.
Has not been good disciplined first half for Bishop Guertin. As now they move on the other side of the 50-yard line at the 48.
I'll bring up a 1st and 22 for the Cardinals.
1st and 22. Cupa from the shotgun fires to the left side. Incomplete. And taking a hit for his trouble was Kevin Kizuk. On the stop, or the cornerback that came up and made the hit, was number 14.
Who's not on our roster.
Yeah, I just noticed that.
Kazak, though, he had a chance to catch this one, but I think he heard the defender coming at him, just dropped it.
Yeah.
Tough incomplete pass that time for Bishop Guertin. That would have gained a good chunk of change right back because he had plenty of running room if he would have broken the first tackle.
So they still need to go 21 yards here. Cupa's got plenty of time. Loads up, throws deep left, and it's anybody's ball. It's Keene's ball. Dancing out of bounds after he makes the interception. Number 5 is Tyler Slanitz.
Tyler Slanitz that time read the ball perfectly. Koopa trying to go deep, but his receiver seemed to stop on the play from, I think it was number 44, Timothy Dow, who just didn't go up and fight for the ball for his quarterback. Instead, Slanitz comes away with the interception, and Keene gaining some momentum, ending this first half as they got a minute and 9 to work with. Yeah, you don't know how much momentum yet because it's 1:09 to go, and let's see if they try to march down and tie it up. Lupa under center. Handoff, rather conservative play here. On the carry was number 33, James West. Only a yard gain on the play as the clock continues to run. Looks like Keene has no thought of trying to convert that turnover into points before the end of the first half. They are fairly deep in their own territory. With a short run like that, you're pretty much saying to the opposing team that, you know, we're just going to run out the clock, but you never know. They might be baiting them right here. Instead, another run up the middle. Nice run that time. A lot of running room there. That's Parento. Nope, that's West again. Jim West. Seems like right now. Was that the name of the character in Wild Wild West? James West? I think so. Yeah, I believe so. But you're seeing right now, the offensive line is starting to create some holes for the running backs of Keene, which could pay dividends in the second half. 15 seconds to go. Keene stays on the ground. They go up the middle. Nothing too fancy. And the ball's loose. It is still loose. And a big pileup. Did they get possession before it went out of bounds? They're going to call it out of bounds and Keene's ball. Nope, Bishop Guertin is going to recover this one. Luckily, it just... Oh, I don't know if... might have been a heavy price there paid by one of the best defensive players on the team. Kemos gets up slowly, number 47. But BG's got the ball in 5.8 seconds. I don't know if Cooper wants to put it up here, but we'll see. But luckily for Bishop Guertin, they recovered that because they were hitting this one out. And it wasn't so conservative because they put it on the ground. Yeah, tough break for Keene that time. But they almost got the ball back in great field position if no Bishop Guertin defender was able to recover that one because Keene would have had the ball at the 40-yard line. Instead, here's Bishop Guertin. Cupa's back to pass. He's got some pressure to flush him and sack him as the half ends. Taylor Russell that time on the sack for Keene. That was the last play of the first half. It ends on a sack for the Keene Blackbirds. So a half dominated by defense. BG scored only 2 minutes into this one. And then it's been scoreless since. A 14-yard run by Zach Mayu in the opening minutes of the game. At halftime, the score, BG 7 and Keene nothing.
In 1977, an 8-year-old boy picked up the game of golf from his father. The odds of that same boy then making it to the US and European Pro Golf Tours, 1 in 7 million. The odds of the Big Easy winning the US Open twice, 1 in 1.2 billion. The odds of him having a child diagnosed with autism, 1 in 150. Ernie Els encourages you to learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Hey guys, this is my teenage friend Rachel. She's cool.
Hey. Hey, could you watch the road?
Hey, could you watch the road?
Okay. All right, well, if we die in a car crash, I want to donate my eyes to my neighbor, Gary. He has a boat, and he sails all around the world. I would love to see that. I don't know if he actually needs eyes, but who would turn on a free pair of eyes, right? Who's that rich?
personal foul? Inactive activities on a glorious day. Huh? Let's get out there and play!
Sweet.
Ooh, freeze!
When do I get to be in? Uh-oh.
Hey, Reggie, frozen people can't talk.
P-L-A-Y!
An hour a day.
I'm it. There are lots of great play ideas online, but don't stay too long.
Let me see that. 7% by.
Once you post your image online, you can't take it back. Anyone can see it. Family, friends, anyone. Remember, think before you post.
Welcome back, everybody, to Stellos Stadium in Nashua. We're live here on a Saturday evening, November 6th. It is a football game. 7-0 BG leads it. Looked like they might be on the way to a rout by scoring in the first 2 minutes. The leading ball carrier of the night so far, Zach Mayu, 8 carries for 58 yards, including a 14-yard touchdown run just 2 minutes into the game. But that was all the scoring. John Collins with Ryan Richer is turned into a defensive struggle. BG needs to win this one, as we talked about at the start, to ensure the #1 seed going into next weekend's playoffs.
Well, if you're Keene, you couldn't ask for a better scenario right now. You're only down 7-0. It looked like Bishop Guertin was going to open this one up wide open, but you know, a couple penalties here, a couple of penalties there have really stopped the drives for the Cardinals, and now Keene has only find themselves down 7-0. This is what they want. Keep the game nice and close. Hopefully make Bishop Guertin make some more mistakes on both sides of the ball, and they can capitalize. And next thing you know, we might have a tie ball game. Our worst case scenario for Bishop Guertin, Keene could take the lead.
Yeah, we had a nice discussion off the air about college football and how, you know, sometimes you, well, not sometimes, every year they vote on the national champion. They don't actually play out the playoffs like they get to do in high school football or in the pros. And you never know really who's going to win a game. I mean, the sports writers can sit up there and pontificate and say this team would beat that team, but you don't know until they actually play the games. We're getting to see one here where you have BG that seems to win every year, win out, and they struggled against Dover. They lost 7-0 earlier this season. Now they're 7-0 and they're struggling a little bit here against Keene. So you never really know who's going to win a game until you play it, and that's what we're about to see. And it's a day where we saw, I guess, an upset. Some people watched the college football game. LSU beat Alabama 24-21.
Big victory
That's
for
Alabama's
Les
second
Miles.
loss this year, isn't it? Yeah.
Big victory for Les Miles and the Bayou Bengals. But you're seeing right now how highly competitive Division II is. Everyone thought, you know, with the loss of Exeter, oh, it's just going to be a one-pony race. Not so fast. You see Keene right now putting up a great effort against Bishop Guertin. The Cardinals, 3-time defending champs, you know, they're going into the postseason. We'll see where they fall, though. Will they be #1 going into it and hosting, as the road will come through once again to the Gate City against Bishop Guertin, or will the Cardinals have to go and travel possibly up to the Seacoast twice? We'll see what happens.
Both teams huddling up on either side of the field. You have Keene right there on camera, BG down to the right, doing the same thing, getting together as a team. Tony Johnson brought them out a few minutes early here before the start of the second half to run sprints. It looked kind of like an August practice there for a couple seconds.
It is a nice November cool day, so, you know, a cool evening. So you want your players nice and loose going into the third quarter.
As Ryan Richer, I'm John Collins. We have Pete Johnson in the booth with us. Our 3-camera crew, Jacenik Soto, Terry Collins, and Tim O'Neill, bringing you spectacular live images here on a Saturday night at Stellos Stadium, Division II high school football. Also on our stat sheet, Keene's leading rusher, #7, the quarterback, Luke Luopa, actually has 26 yards. He's carried it. Well, actually, he's passed 3 of 6 times for 26 yards. The leading ball carrier is LaCroix, #6. He has carried it 9 times for only 12 yards. And then you have also 4 carries for 23 yards. Parento seems to be their go-to back.
Parento, he's had ripped off a couple big runs for Keene. You've seen the great big holes for the Blackbirds on Parento's runs. We'll see if he keeps it going in the second half. But really for Bishop Guertin, they're really hurting themselves right now. The penalties, the interception, they really need to fix that at halftime. I bet Tony Johnson went over some things with his both staffs of offense and defense, and we'll see if they come out a lot more crisp this time in the second half, try to eliminate those mistakes.
Well, you talked about Keene, got to like their situation right now, down only 7-0 to BG. They've got to like, too, that they're about to get the ball to begin the second half. They're going to receive the kickoff. BG with 133 yards of total offense in the first half, marred by penalties. If you subtracted the penalties, it's probably down almost
They might
zero.
actually have that in penalties right now.
Yeah, exactly. So Cupa 4 of 12, the pass completion rate of only 33%.
Of him.
Yeah, and he's thrown for 29 yards and 1 interception. The touchdown coming from Zach Mayu on a 14-yard run just 2 minutes in. So we got a fresh 12 minutes on the clock to begin the third quarter. Thank you for watching Nashua High School football on Nashua's ETV. Bishop Guertin, the home team tonight, hoping to host the first round playoff game next weekend. But as Ryan pointed out, they will drop all the way down to the 4th seed unless they secure this victory. They have 3 Blackbirds back to receive this kick from Bishop Guertin. It's going to go to the middle man, and he is dropped almost where he caught it. That's
Boulay
Boulay.
takes a vicious hit that time.
First down on there. Of course, the player we
Number
don't have
19,
on our roster.
not on a roster.
Fred Lynn makes the tackle.
8-yard return on the play. First and 10.
Number 19.
23-yard line.
Once Boulay got right up the middle, it took a big-time hit.
That took 4 seconds off the clock. We're underway in the second half here at Stellos Stadium in Nashua. Lopa under center, hands it up, big hole up the middle, and a huge gain of about 6 or 7 yards. We'll call it 7. It's 2nd and 3.
McCraw that time on the handoff had great hold that time on the left side. Give his offensive line credit, creating some nice running room. 7-yard gain right off the bat for the Blackbirds.
Lopa has 2 receivers split to the left. Hands it off, and wrestling Lacroix to the ground. Michael Kelly. No, this wasn't Michael Kelly. He's not out there.
I believe that was number 9.
Number 9, yeah, okay. Carrasca made the tackle. Nice play. And it's 3rd down and 2. So a key play here early for the Keene Blackbirds. They are in their own territory. I doubt they'd go for it on 4th down here, so they need to make this to keep the drive alive. Lopa's going to call timeout, it looks like. He didn't like what he saw, knowing it's a key play. Keene burns a timeout early in the second half.
Carrasca that time showing blitz on the right side, got Lupa a little rattled, and he have to call an early timeout for the Blackbirds.
It is senior night here at Stellos Stadium for Bishop Guertin. The senior football players who are making their last regular season game: Timothy Dow, Mike Kelly, Peter Fucci, Benjamin Hack, Jeffrey Fontaine, Tom Manning, Nick Zoka, Kyle Remillard, Brian Bottari, James Kemos, Samuel Hall, Ryan Card, Steve Cupa, Andrew O'Reilly, Christian Furlan, Tyler Barbarian, and Daniel Folger. The band members, also senior night for them: Bill Hallahan, Mark Kizuk, Billy Morrison, Corey Joback, Lawrence Leong, Bonnie Murphy, Zach King, Haley Mirza, and Katie Wong. Cheerleaders: Jacqueline Boschetto, Samantha Madden, Michelle Veglianti, Lindsay Entwistle, Jordan Sheehan, Amanda Welch, Lauren Lennon, and Kaylee Sullivan. Back to the action. 3rd and 2 as Keene regroups after Lopa again looking around and showing blitz, now backing off. No, they're showing blitz again. PG looks like they're coming for Lopa. And he's going to hand it off, and skipping past the first defenders for the first down, and a little bit more was Parento.
Great call that time. Right quick handoff. They saw Bishop Guertin coming with the defense, with the blitz, and they just handed Parento right up the middle, the big old running back. Bulldozing his way up there.
You see Parento, I think he took one in the head there. I'm not,
a little shaken up. We'll see
you know what, there was a loud crack when they made the tackle. I don't know if that's actually an injury or a case of a woozy player. I think it's a woozy player that's walked off there.
I think so too.
Yeah.
He took a big hit after the end of the run, but big time run by Parento that time to get the Blackbirds the first down.
Tight end in motion left to right, gets set. Luopa's going to hand it off again. Boulay. And again, penetration by the BG linebacker who's been in the backfield all night, James Kemos. Another great read by number 47 in green and gold for BG. So it's going to be 2nd and 9 for Keene. You see that this happen? We saw this formula in the first game, Ryan. When you have a team that primarily relies on the run, if they don't get that first down, the big gain on first down, degree of difficulty goes way up.
Boulay that time tackled in the backfield, nowhere to go.
He was a running back, but pretty much a sack by Kyle Carrasca.
Carrasca becoming a force on this drive.
They're not Keene, not mixing it up right now with the pass at all, and the pack mentality here is honing in on the running play with these great athletes that BG has. It could be disaster for Keene.
Well, John, now you're going to see the pass play that you wish for.
Yeah.
Now, but now it's going to be a 3rd down and long.
Right. Luopa has tried a middle screen in this situation from the shotgun. He gets the snap. He's going to fake the handoff to Boulay. He flings it down the middle in traffic. It's intercepted. Going up and getting it is number 25, Broderick Smith.
Luopa that time looking over the middle to Cunningham, but Cunningham is defended by 3 Bishop Guertin defenders. I don't know what Luopa was doing that time, throwing into traffic, and it cost the Blackbirds a lot because this time big interception for Bishop Guertin, and this one goes, and then they set up shop at their own 47-yard line. Great field position to start the second half for Bishop Guertin after coming up with a big turnover.
Another drawback to not throwing the ball a lot. You don't have a lot of timing. And you don't have a lot of accuracy if you don't do it on a regular basis. Good hole there for Remillard. He's going to cut it out. He changes hands on the ball. He's down the right sideline. He just skips out of bounds after a huge gainer. The ball was on the 47 of BG. It ends up on the 25 of Keene. And that is a 28-yard run for Remillard.
Back-to-back big plays for Bishop Guertin. Now Remillard with the long run gets them into Keene territory at the 25-yard line.
Textbook by Remillard to take the ball from the left hand to the right hand as he was running.
He did what his coaches taught him that time. Make sure that if he was going to fumble the ball, it would go out of bounds.
The pitch. Staying on his feet after a few hits, but finally swarmed under. Nice try by Mayu, but just wasn't able to break it free down the left side.
Tyler Russell that time tried to deliver a big knockout hit, but that wouldn't stop Mayu from gaining, well, losing yards, but being tackled for a big loss that time.
So it'll be 2nd and 13. Good play defensively by Keene. String that out. And bring Mayu down.
Keene hasn't been fooled that much by the option this evening. They've done a great job holding their own, staying in their zones, and coming up with big stops.
Rolling to his right, now he's going to put it under his arm and run it. Got a gain of 5 and 10, and he takes a hit, and he lands at about the 15-yard line.
He's going to be close.
Very close.
But he's still down on the ground, John.
Is he? You're right. Yep.
He took a big hit at the end of the run.
Took his helmet
off right now.
Not a good sign. Tony Johnson.
Injured player on the field.
He's one player that you cannot afford to lose right now, is Steve Cooper. He's pretty much the reason why this offense has had so much success throughout the year after losing Mike Kelly.
I'm not sure what the conversation was there, but Tony Johnson, I think, disagreed with Cooper's decision to come out momentarily. I'm not sure, but that's speculation.
Robert Fahey now will come in the ball game for Bishop Guertin as the backup quarterback.
Great run by Cupa, but he comes up a few inches short apparently. It's going to be 3rd and 1. Timeout taken by the officials. They want to measure it. They want to measure it. They don't know, in fact, that it's not a first down.
Now with Fahey in the game, you can almost expect Bishop Guertin just to run it right up the middle with one of their great running backs, try to get the first down that way. Then hopefully Cupa will be able to come back into the ball game with a fresh set of downs.
Little trivia fact for you, the football field is 52 yards wide. That's a first down. And so the guy with the chain right there, 104 yards he's running. All the way 52 plus 52.
No. That's
exercise.
There you go.
And he's cursing it all the way. It's like, why didn't
this
they run
trivia
the play on
fact
this
is brought
side?
to you by John Collins. Is that how you think? Is that our Affleck question?
Yeah, he's earning his stipend today. 104-yard measurement. And it's a first down. So Cupa, who came out of the game at least temporarily, gets the job done. The Fahey's under center with a long snap count. Hands it off to Remillard's got a hole through the right side.
We got a penalty on this one, John, though.
Ball carried by number 22, Kyle Remillard.
I don't see Cupa on the sideline, so that's on the bench. So that's a good indication that he's at least healthy enough to come back in this game.
Let's see if he does. Holding. The dreaded holding.
3rd time.
And there's
with Bishop Guertin in the red zone.
Cupa.
There he comes back. Bishop Guertin in the red zone. They get called for a holding penalty that might stall once again another drive.
So Steve Cupa's back in the game. That's the good news. The bad news is, Steve, 1st and 20.
Not what he's expecting coming back in the ball game.
Yeah. I'm sure he's up to the challenge. Wow.
That'll bring up a 1st and 23 for Bishop Guertin.
It was almost like a 15-yarder. I don't know. 1st and 23 here.
Your guess is as good as mine on this one.
Near hash mark. Back to pass is Cupa. He's hit as he throws it, and it is incomplete. A clean hit from the blind side.
That's
Steve
Tyler
Cupa.
Russell right there with the pressure on the backside blitz coming across and disrupting Cupa with the pass. And result incomplete. Now it's going to be another long situation for Bishop Guertin. Cupa had an open wide receiver, but number 53, Russell, came just in the nick of time to disrupt the play.
That's where your left tackle needs to make a shutdown. Austin Sarimi, number 74, is over there. Handoff is
This is
going
Russell
nowhere.
once again with a big stop on defense. The senior captain showing what he's worth right now, making 2 back-to-back big plays for the Blackbirds defense.
I'll bring up a 3rd and 22 for Bishop.
So Mayu was stuffed on the play. And it's a tough conversion try here for BG. 3rd down and 22 yards to go. BG leads this game 7-0. That score came in the first 2 minutes. And it's been a defensive struggle and a struggle not to get penalized since for BG.
Kristen Furlan comes onto the field late for Bishop Guertin.
See what they come up with here. Straight drop, a deep drop as he sets up to throw. Cupa now brings it down. He sprints to the right. He's under pressure. He escapes a few tacklers. He is driven out of bounds.
Well, this one might be close to horse collar, John.
It was, but I think it was more jersey. Hands inside the jersey. And so it's 4th and 20. Let's see what Tony Johnson wants to call here. It's really too close to punt, but it's a long way to go for a first down. 4th and 20.
Well, 3rd time is the charm because that's Russell once again making 3 big stops defensively.
Yeah, it's actually a pretty easy call for Tony Johnson. You don't want to try a 42-yard field goal.
Yeah, I know Ryan Card can kick it very well, but I think that might be out of his range.
Stretching it, and then it's too close to punt. So here we go, 4th and 20, and BG will go for it. Cupa under center has Remillard behind him, and 2 receivers split left. He's looking left as he rolls that way. Cupa sets up. The right-handed quarterback fires over the middle, and it's deflected and broken up, and a nice play by the linebacker, number 58, Dylan Bellate.
Belete, that's the second time. He was sitting in coverage early in the first half. He deflected one once again, just sitting in coverage, and Koopa throws it right at him, makes a nice deflection. Turnover on downs, and John, penalties.
Yeah.
Once again, stalling drives for Bishop Guertin.
6:49 to go in the third quarter. Still a 7-0 ball game.
It's Bishop Guertin's defense. They're the ones really keeping them in this ball game right now, even though they're with the lead 7-0.
Lopa's going to throw on first down, and he completes it for about 14 yards, make it 12 yards, far sideline.
Slanted that time on the reception.
Yep.
This ran a nice out pattern, got more than enough for the first down on that play.
Well executed play by the Blackbirds. Diversifying on offense and pays dividends there as they move the chains immediately.
And
First
Lupa
and 10.
rolling out, showing success when he's rolling out.
Shotgun, he's sprinting left now. He's going to try to throw across his body over the middle. It is up in the air. It is incomplete.
Almost
the official near
intercepted.
sideline says it hit the ground, and disagreeing is Remillard. He thought he made the grab. He's still protesting that he was able to keep that off the turf. There's no replay, of course.
Lupa trying to hook up with Corrento that time, throwing into coverage. Both these quarterbacks are throwing into coverage a lot.
I just checked with Pete Johnson that we could get an instant replay. You know, he's spoiled watching the
maybe in the replay there'll be an instant replay, but
maybe another
right
day.
now we're live here on Nashua ZTV.
My feeling was that he did catch that, and the official, of course, he made an emphatic call, which he should do, one way or the other.
I think it was a little too close to call on that one.
Yeah. Lopa is a good 5 yards behind center on the shotgun snap. He takes a step drop. Now he looks to run it like a panicked.
Here he comes. He's going to be tackled from behind. Great sack that time.
Yeah, Remillard caught him. Also in there to help out was the backer, Kemos.
Kemos came from the backside, then Remillard from the front. Both met at the quarterback, and the result, a sack on Lupa.
The coverage has been excellent by BG's secondary, and Lopa's been very frustrated on those deep drops. Just hasn't had anybody to throw to.
Once he's been flushed out of the pocket, he really hasn't seemed to make great plays on the run, and results right there, a sack.
A great shot right there, down on the field. The BG defense facing up with Lucas Luopa, who hands it off to Boulay. Boulay can't even get out of the backfield. BG's there with him to throw him for a 2-yard loss.
Boulay had nowhere to go on that time on the end around.
So just a frustrating no-go there on offense for Keene. And as frustrating as it's been for BG, not able to score since the first 2 minutes of the game, their defense has been a star tonight.
Yes, it has, but I question that call by Keene. You go with the end around on third down and long.
That's just waving the white flag. I mean, they don't have the passing play to get it down the field.
I know sometimes those plays work, but in a close game like this, in a crucial game, I would air it out a lot more.
Ball's going to bounce free down to inside the 30-yard line. Good punt by Luopa.
Nice play by Remillard, just to let that one go.
Yeah.
Don't try to be a star, just let it bounce. And
because they're only one mistake away from giving up a tie score. I mean, as much as they have dominated this game defensively, Keene's defense has a lot to be proud of. Yes, they've been assisted by penalties, but you know, when Cupa's gone back to pass, he hasn't had a lot of open receivers.
And Russell Wilson has been a big star right now for Keene. He made 3 big plays on their last possession. Well, see if they can come up with another right here.
4:59 to go in the third quarter. BG with possession of the ball and a 7-0 lead on their own 27-yard line. Handoff. Looks like Remillard takes a few hits past the line of scrimmage, gets a gain of 4. Let's call it 2nd and 6.
Remillard keeping both hands on the ball that time as there were some Blackbirds defenders trying to strip that one away.
They're on 31-yard line.
You can almost hear the play call down on the field there as Cupa leads his team up there, or I should say the center. Dan Folger leads the team out of the huddle. Hikes it to Cupa, who gives it to Mayu, who's downed just off left tackle after a short gain. It wasn't that short a gain. It was about 4 yards or 5 yards, so it's 3rd and 1.
It makes things very manageable now for Bishop Guertin. They can open up the playbook here, or they can be conservative. We'll see what head coach Tony Johnson decides to do.
Good burst, actually, from Mayu after he got the handoff. He got more yards than I initially thought. So it's 3rd and 1. Ball on the far hash mark. Under center is Cupa. He hands it off to Mayu, who is
close.
Wrapped up around the waist. He's got the first down, though.
And that carry, good enough for a Bishop Guertin first down.
Gets the job done. So the ball up to the 38-yard line, 1st and 10.
3 straight runs that time from Bishop Guertin. Success, first down.
And what's also good, no penalties. You know, that's the key. Don't beat yourself.
They still have the ball, so we'll see.
That's the main reason why BG's been scoreless since the first 2 minutes.
3 minutes to go in this one in the 3rd quarter.
Remillard with the pitch, drilled. Ball
Almost
loose.
the ball.
Keene says they have it. The official says so too. A break for the Blackbirds.
Wilson with a big stick that time. Result a fumble, and Keene comes up with a tough break for Bishop Guertin. Their 2nd turnover of the evening, and this one could be a costly one as Keene is going to get great field position with 3:19 to go. They're trailing 7-0, but here comes Keene.
Wow, that was the stick and the fumble, the forced fumble they needed. 3:19 in the 3rd quarter. Keene's got great field position, but BG's got that stingy defense as Lacroix stumbles forward. Is that ball loose?
Looks like the refs marked him down before the ball came out.
One official thought it was a fumble. Another one marked him down, as Ryan said.
It did seem like an early beanbag got thrown that time, but
yeah,
the refs will call this one advantage Keene.
2nd and 6. Nice gain on first down by Keene.
The crew was on the carry that time.
BG leads 7-0, but they're getting backed up toward their own end zone as Keene threatens to tie. Handoff off right tackle and not much there.
Parento had nowhere to go that time. Great stop by Bishop Guertin.
3rd and 4.
The last time on 3rd down, Keene went, it was 3rd down long though, they went with the end around. We'll see if they try to open up things here, go more to a passing play, but I wouldn't be surprised if they try to maybe go with a run, gain some yards, and make it for a 4th down, an easier 4th down. Bishop Guertin's showing blitz.
Going to hand it off, and it's up the middle. Lacroix stumbles to the ground, but not till he gets a first down.
Great blocking up front that time. They ran right at the blitz that time. Bishop Guertin's defenders over pursued when then Lacroix came right past him. All the defenders, in result, a first down for Keene.
Lacroix got tripped up, Ryan. Otherwise, he might have broke that to the house. And BG's got to be very concerned here about their 7-point lead. Under 2 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. 1st and 10 for the Blackbirds at the BG 25. Handoff goes up the middle. And stepping over a couple of defenders there was Lacroix. Another healthy first down gain for the Blackbirds, 4 yards, 2nd and 6.
And of course, Kemos was there to meet him head on at the line of scrimmage, but not before a 4-yard gain for Keene.
Ball spotted at the 22, near hash. Keene not wasting much time in the huddle. Under center, Lucas Luopa. Number 7, the quarterback still has it on his hip as he rolls right, and he throws it over the head of the intended receiver. Number 88 is Matt Cunningham, who was open.
He had Cunningham early. He just hesitated a little too much, and that gave Bishop Guertin time to react. If we would have thrown that ball a little early, Cunningham might be going right into the end zone. Missed opportunity that time by Keene.
Well-designed play. They couldn't execute. Fortunately for BG, it's 3rd and 6. Ball still at the 22-yard line. Probably 4-down territory for Keene here, though. Luopa has tight end left, Receiver's right. He's rolling right. He's got some blocking help. Steps over one tackler, but he's unable to avoid the second tackler, number 37, James Carver, with the big sack.
But give a lot of credit to Kemos. Kemos was the one chasing down Luopa first, and then would set up his teammate for the sack, but Kemos was the one that really rattled that play.
Yes. Never able to get comfortable on the rollout because of Kemos. And then the finishing tackle put on by Carver. And the great defense by Bishop Guertin continues. 36 seconds remaining in the third quarter. BG leads 7-0, and it's 4th and 17 for Keene.
Once again, long situation for Keene, but Keene, Bishop Guertin was this period waiting for the rollout to the right side. They went to that play on second down. They went right back for it on third down, and Bishop Guertin was waiting for him this time around.
Let's see if BG comes on the blitz here with 4th and a mile to go for Luopa. 3-step drop. He's going to heave it downfield, and it is knocked away. Good defense down there by the cornerback. That's number 25 for BG, Broderick Smith.
Great play by Smith that time. Had his man, he was stride for stride with his man and just deflected the ball at the highest point. That's what you're taught to do as a defensive back. And great play by Smith that time. And a result, turnover on downs for Keene. They had a great opportunity to try to tie things up, but give this defense of Bishop Guertin a lot of credit. They stepped up when they had to.
So not only does BG give the ball back to the offense, the defense does, but they also got that big sack instead of being on the 21. That's on the 33, 1st and 10. Cupa fakes the pitch, and he runs it up the right hash mark. It's a foot race. Steve Cupa to the 42-yard line before he's finally dragged down. It is a gain of 23 yards on 1st down for Cupa.
Nice run that time by Cupa, keeping it himself. Ben Hardy was the only one that could make the tackle for Keene, but not before Cupa rips off a nice big run for the Cardinals. Looks like
electrifying play by Cupa. You know, you got the option to keep it or pitch it, and he seemed to make the perfect decision there, especially with that kind of speed. Nearly broke it past all the defenders. And
John, that is going to do it for the third.
We're out of time in the third quarter, so after 3 periods of play, the score BG 7 and Keene 0. John Collins with Ryan Richer. In the booth with us also Pete Johnson, our executive producer, calling the shots on all 3 cameras. We have Jesenik Soto, Terry Collins. Tim O'Neill's down on the field with the handheld. Right there you can see Tim's shot. Beautiful images here from Stellos Stadium on a very nice, pleasant fall evening for football. It's turn back the clock night, Ryan.
That is. So, hey,
yeah.
We got an extra hour.
You need that extra hour of sleep. You're a hard-working guy. You've been up all 18 hours today.
Just you're with me on this one. We're pulling
a double today.
Nice. Hey, we're pulling a double header. This is our second one.
They've both been exciting games, too. I mean, in question to, North did put it away in the fourth quarter, but that was in question.
The second half, it was a close game.
This one, 7-0 for the entire game just about. Zach Mayo got a 14-yard run 2 minutes in, and that's been it. BG trying to score again as Mayo gets wrapped up after a 2-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Mayo nowhere to go once he hit the line of scrimmage. Only got 2 yards on the play.
It's marked on the 40. And they call it a 3-yard gain. 2nd and 7. See Brian Botari trotting off the field there. Split near side left is Nick Zoka, who has yet to catch a pass tonight. Maybe this will be at the time. No holding on to it as Cupa tripped up in the backfield.
That play, that was a busted play from the get-go. Cupa had trouble with the snap and had nowhere to go, and also there's a penalty on the flag. We'll see which way this goes. This one's going against Bishop Guertin, John.
Wow, we've heard that too many times tonight.
That we have. We'll see if this one, like the previous penalties, have stalled the drives of Bishop Guertin before.
Holding against Bishop Guertin. That's been a bugaboo all night for the Cardinals. And a big reason why they have only scored the 1 touchdown. Though you see the official mark the ball just onto the BG side of midfield. 11:15 to go in the game. The game outcome still very much in question. Despite the domination by BG's defense, the offense has cooked their own goose most of the time by these yellow flags, holding calls primarily. Cupa under center has receivers split wide left and right. 1-step drop, fires it to the right, and it's deflected, nearly intercepted by Galenis, who had the best chance to catch it after it went off the fingertips of Kizuk.
Kizuk had it. That's Kizuk's second drop this evening. Galenis almost had it for Keene. Excuse me. That would have been a big momentum shift right there. But Kizuk, this has to come up with those plays, especially when you're being covered and there's a zone in the backfield. There's a safety that's swarming on those deflections, waiting for someone to make a drop. But that's a big drop for Bishop Guertin. Now it's going to bring on another 3rd down and long.
BG just hasn't been able to solve that zone defense on passes that Keene has played so well, so disciplined on that. They rush 4, they drop 8 as Cupa throws it hard over the middle, complete to the 35-yard line. Nice execution there to number 88, Paul Spinney.
Spinney, this
first
found
reception of
some
the night.
open space. And he's close to the marker. Great job by Spinney that time, coming down with the completion, just short. But looks like Bishop Guertin's going to go for this one.
Great size. Spinney 6'2" and 174. The junior found some open space in a soft spot in the zone, and Cupa delivered with some extra.
He used all his frame to come down with that one to secure the ball.
1st and 10. Handoff is to Remillard, up right tackle for a healthy 5-yard gain for a 1st down.
Great run by Remillard right up the middle to get Bishop Guertin the 1st down after his 4th down and 2 to go.
Yeah.
This could be the deciding drive for Bishop Guertin to put the Blackbirds away right here.
So I did not understand that was 4th down. I thought they got the 1st down on the pass play, but great
Spiney
conversion
was just 2 yards short.
Yeah. So a big conversion there for BG to hang on to the football. 1st and 10. Keene jumped there, but they don't get flagged. They got back. Very minimal gain on 1st down by Remillard.
Yep, the Blackbirds defense getting a little antsy, trying to jump the snap right now, make a big play. But that time, Bishop Guertin execute their play, gets 2 yards after the run.
Cuba getting the play call from the sideline. Only takes him a fraction of a second to make that play call, and he's out of the huddle with his team. Led by center Dan Folger, number 77, doing the snapping tonight. The handoff is to Mayu, hit in the backfield and falls forward to the line of scrimmage and no more.
This time it was Mayu to the left side. Now we'll bring on a 3rd down and 6, gain a couple yards out of the play. 9 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. 7-0 is our lead. Bishop Guertin scored early, but Keene has been hanging around. Right now, Bishop Guertin has a big conversion here on 3rd down and 5 at the Blackbirds' 25-yard line.
Thank you for that stat. Kyle Remillard has broken the 100-yard mark rushing as Cupa hangs on it, makes the cut inside to the 5. Touchdown, Steve Cupa. And is there a flag? Touchdown. No flag on the play. What a relief.
Nice run by Cupa. Galenis was the last man to bring down Cupa, but he could not bring him down. Cupa, nice move. Fakes to the outside, then busts it right back in for the middle for the score. And that could be it. 13-0,
as hard
2 scores,
as it's been for Keene to move the football, you could be right. Even though there's a lot of time left, 8:40, Keene has showed no signs of big play offense to make up 2 scores. A huge run by Cupa, who comes off the field, while his teammate Ryan Carr does the kicking and makes it a 14-0 Bishop Guertin lead. So the quarterback, the senior, taking over and putting it into the end zone.
That was the drive that Bishop Guertin needed all night.
Yeah.
You saw a glimpse of it every time.
Well, they just want to make good TV. They want to keep you in suspense, Ryan.
Yep, we seen what they could do, but the penalties hurt them, the interceptions, the turnovers. But that was the drive that we needed to see from Bishop Guertin. They executed nicely on that drive, capped off by Steve Cupa. touchdown, 14-0 now. This one could be all Bishop Guertin.
That's been an effective play lately, the quarterback option where he hangs on to it and he just runs up that slot.
Well, when you have such an effective runner like Koopa is,
you wonder why he hasn't done that more tonight.
Yeah.
I mean, with the fact that maybe the Keene defense is finally running out of gas. They've been out there a lot. There's been a lot of ineffective offense play and putting that defense right back out on the field. I think we saw some tired legs on the Keene defense there on that Koopa run. 8:40 to go in the game. BG's Ryan Carr does the kicking. End over end, right down the middle of the field. It's fielded at the 4-yard line and returned to the 24, where it'll be 1st and 10 for Keene. Number 11 on the return there was Jimmy Boulay. No, excuse me, number 11's not on our...
Number 10. It was number 10, Jimmy Boulay.
Okay.
But if you're Keene, this is the drive. You have to start opening up things. I know it's going to be tough going against a tough Bishop Guertin defense, but you got to take your chances. With 8:35 to go, you're down by 14 points. You got to try to open things up, go with the passing more, because the running game has got you nickel and diamond down the field, but they haven't got you in the end zone so far.
Lopa's going to stick with a handoff and a leap and a tackle. Nothing there. As Lacroix tried to, well, it almost looked like he was going over the goal line there.
Lacroix is 80 yards away from the goal line, so, but yes, he was met at the line of scrimmage by a bunch of BG defenders, and he had nowhere to go.
You know those plays where there's a giant hole opens? Yeah. That was the opposite. That was the opposite on that play. There was like 3 players in the hole where Lacroix was supposed to go. Luopa. 2-step drop, slings it to the left, complete to Galanis, puts it on the ground, but he was down. The official says he was down after the completion. It's short of a 1st down, but it's a pretty good gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd and 3.
Nice play by Galanis that time to hold on to it, catch the ball in the middle, then go to the outside for a couple extra yards, make it now a manageable 3rd down and 3 for the Blackbirds.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised if they went for it if they don't make it here on 3rd and 3.
You almost have to at this time of the game.
Which means they might go with the run here, and they do. Up the middle, falling forward for the 1st down was Parento, who's their go-to back and fullback type situations. He's a big load to bring down. He falls forward and moves the chains.
Parento more than enough that time for the 1st down. Keep things moving for the Blackbirds, but the one thing, time is against them.
Yeah.
They only got 7 minutes to go.
And when you do run the ball as much as they do, the time speeds up, it seems, because you don't have the incomplete passes that could stop the clock. 7:20 to go in the game. Keene trails 14-0. They hand off. Running back hit in the backfield, spins away from the first impact, gets 3 yards on the play. Credit Lacroix for not going down easily and brings up 2nd and 7.
That was Kemos who met him at the line of scrimmage and delivered a vicious hit.
Yeah.
I was surprised Lacroix was able to make something out of nothing there on that play.
Receivers split left and right for Luopa if he does go up with it, and he's going to look to pass. Throws down the left sideline, a lot of air under that ball, and it is complete.
Galanis that time comes down with a big-time reception.
That was a situation where Luopa just threw it up and hoped the defender didn't turn around, and he didn't turn around. That was on coverage, Broderick Smith. And Galanis was able to read the pass, not give away the fact, and there's a penalty against BG.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, tack that on as well. But going back to Galanis, though, finding that ball, that wasn't the best thrown ball. Lupa put that one up for grabs, but luckily Galanis was able to find that in the bright lights here at Stellos Stadium. And now Keene's in business. They get tack on a personal foul against Bishop Guertin, moves the ball 15 yards more.
Huge play for Keene. Down 14-0 as the minutes are getting scant here. You know that Keene's going to start taking some chances, and it pays off on that play in a big way after the reception. As Ryan said, they're tacking on right there. The 15 yards for roughing the passer, Luopa, and that brings it all the way down inside the 20.
Second time tonight, Keene is in the red zone. First time, they had a costly sack. Luopa running for his life, and then they couldn't convert on 4th down. We'll see if they have any success this time around.
Ball in the far hash mark. Receivers split left and right. Luopa's going to hand it off to Lacroix, and he is drilled.
Kemos that time, right up the middle, making a big stop. Lacroix had nowhere to go.
James Kemos played a monster game at linebacker, number 47 for BG. You see him there getting the defensive signal from the sideline. 6:10 to go in the ball game. Keene driving for what could be their first score of the game. 14-0, BG leads it. Now down to the 6-minute mark as the clock continues to run. Luopa hands it off to Lacroix. He's got some running room up the left slot. And he's down inside the 15 to the 11-yard line.
Well,
third and 2.
Keene is able to score here. Makes things very interesting because there's only 2 minutes taken off the clock. That big pass play and the penalty has really moved things in the right direction for Keene. So we'll see what happens right now. But the Keene Blackbirds offense is moving nice and downfield right now, gaining some yards.
Parento's
big
the
third down.
Parento the fullback and Lacroix the I-back. Parento is blocking for Lacroix, who gets it inside the 5.
Lacroix that time stumbled a bit, but it looks to be close to the yard marker, John.
He's got the first down, I think. No, they're going to spot it right at the, might be a measurement here. Yep.
From up here, it looked like he got it, but maybe his knee was down before he reached the yard marker.
Might be the nose of the football.
And he is...
Oh, it's like an inch short.
Literally. Wow.
Yeah.
One of the chains on the link right there. Just
it's fourth down, folks. No guarantee for Keene here. They've struggled to score tonight, to say the least. And that's what's separating this drive from being DOA right near the BG goal line. So Bishop Guertin's going to play some goal line defense here and try to prevent Keene from getting that first down and turn the ball over on downs. Keene desperately needs to make that 2 inches in order to keep their hopes of winning this ball game alive.
The situation right here, you would expect Keene to load it up, bring all the big boys in, and go attack Bishop Guertin right now. But you also seen Keene.
We have not seen
roll out. So roll out the pass. So if they go with the pass, don't be surprised if he rolls out.
I would be very surprised if he goes with the pass. Luopa has not tried it. He's not as big a quarterback. He hasn't tried a quarterback sneak. I think Parento's going to get this.
Oh, he's going to sneak it right up the middle.
He's going to sneak it. He got it.
Little quarterback sophomore.
It was hard to find him there.
Squeaking right in there.
Yeah, plenty of room actually in the crack to the left of the center. And rather easy conversion for Lucas Luopa. Gets up a little bit slowly.
Well, first down and goal for
at the
Keene. 8. Now we know Keene's offense has struggled at times. Now they're really clamped down here in the red zone.
5:01 to go in the ball game. 14-0, BG leads, but the outcome still a bit in doubt. Especially if Keene can punch this into the end zone from the 8. They have 4 chances. Luopa hands it off to Parento. He's tripped up pretty early on. And at the bottom of that pile was number 40, Butari. Made a key hit down low to break up that running play.
I think down in the red zone, we're going to see Parento a couple more times here. He's the big workhorse, because he's the one that could be able to break a tackle or two of Bishop Guertin.
Number 21 in white for the Blackbirds. Black trim, of course. He's the fullback right behind the quarterback. As Ryan said, expect him to carry some of the load here. Ball's fumbled. Luopa. Did he try to pitch it after he picked it up? Yes, he did, and Remillard comes up with it. Kyle Remillard with the fumble recovery that might have just sealed the deal.
What another costly mistake for Keene down in the red zone. Luopa just once again on the option. He just couldn't make the right read and then tries to pitch it as he's going down.
That's the real mistake right there. He could have fell on it. He had a chance to fall on it. He tried to get rid of it like a hot potato.
You got 2 more plays after this. Live to fight another day. Instead, trying to make it all one shot here. And this one's going to cost the Blackbirds the game.
A lot of valuable seconds and minutes are about to tick off the clock here as BG has it in their own end. A rugby scrum. Is that loose? The way people went after it looked like a fumble,
Sure
but
did.
no.
But give a lot of credit for Bishop Guertin's defense on that last play. They read the option perfectly, and they were able to create the turnover. Another big stop for Bishop Guertin.
2nd and 7.
Like you said, it's going to be handoff right, handoff left.
And hold on with both hands. Pitch.
Oh, pitch right.
Remillard. Strung out to the right. Fumble. Keene says they have it. Keene's football.
Wow.
Disaster. I thought it was risky with the pitch, but Ryan, before Remillard hit the dirt, it was ripped out of his hands, and it's a huge turnover. It goes to Keene's way with 3:10 left in the game. It's still a ball game.
Remillard trying to gain some extra yards after being tackled, but give a lot of credit to Ben Galanis.
Yeah.
He's the one that stripped the ball and also recovered. Heads up play. Johnny on the spot that time gets the fumble recovery. Now Keene back at the 24-yard line.
It was only 25 seconds or so taken off the clock.
Here we are thinking that writing him off, well, especially myself, and Keene's defense comes up with another big play. I believe the third turnover they forced this evening.
Looks like the Keene quarterback is audibleizing on the play as he hands it off to Lacroix, and Lacroix is double teamed right at the line of scrimmage. Not much there, as the clock will tick under 3 minutes to go here. Clock not Keene's friend, down by 2 touchdowns.
I think you got to strike fast. You got to open it up.
Go up top?
Yes, you have to.
Because the incomplete pass will stop the clock.
You have to.
Yeah. A running team, as we saw with Exeter earlier, they're so reluctant to go away from that, even when, you know, it's kind of detrimental.
Especially going against a stingy defense like Bishop Guertin.
2-step drop, firing to the left, complete. Tackled where he caught it inside the first down marker, however. And it's a gain of about 7 on the play.
Galanis comes up that time with a reception. He's been Lupa's #1 target. So expect Galanis to maybe come down with a couple more receptions if they're going to keep this drive going.
3rd and 1.
Costly 3rd and 1 here.
Clock ticking, it's down to 2:10 now.
They got to break the huddle a lot faster than what they're doing right now. They got to be in 2-minute warning mode here.
Luopa under center. 2-step drop again, fakes to the left now, looks over the middle, and it is...
This one is batted away.
Knocked down.
Great defensive play for Bishop Guertin.
Broderick Smith with the knockdown, and it stops the clock, but it'll bring up 4th and 1.
Broderick Smith that time. Great play. Luopa trying to go over to the middle that time, but Broderick Smith read that one perfectly and knocked it down.
Now it's a question of can they get the first down, not just the touchdown, but they have to keep the drive alive. They need that 1 yard. They might have to burn some seconds with a running play here.
Doesn't look like they're going to go with that. They're emptying the backfield. We have a timeout, Bishop Guertin on the field.
BG wants to talk defensive strategy as Keene came up with a 2 tight end formation.
They didn't like what they saw, especially with the empty backfield on 4th down and 1. You would have thought that Keene would show a jumbo formation. Instead, they open it up, try to show pass here.
How exciting would this be if BG had not gotten that second score? I mean, this is 14-0, but it was 7-0 for most of the game. And now Keene's trying to go down and get their first score of the game. But that insurance run by Cupa was huge.
It sure was. You saw on that drive how successful this Cardinal offense can be without the penalties and the miscues and everything. Just like that, bam, right down the field, touchdown. Especially going into the postseason, you're going to play tough teams. If Bishop Guertin,
what do we think with the scenario right now? You got the 4th seed against BG.
Yep. If Bishop Guertin holds on to win this game, Keene's coming right back here.
Excuse me. Yeah.
Yep, and facing Bishop Guertin. So it's going to be a short break for these two teams seeing each other. The same thing happened last year. BG played Alvern, and the week that Friday right after, BG played Alvern again in the postseason.
No need to study game film. They've lived it. So next weekend they'll be going at it again.
Now we have
I'm
a
sure they will
timeout.
study game film anyway. Keene takes a timeout. All kinds of strategy being talked here. BG's coaching staff, of course, Tony Johnson, a 1977 graduate of BG's, out there talking to the team in the huddle right now. His assistant coaches, Dave Rodell, Dick Dyer, John Varney, Rocky Manasian, Don Carper, Dave Romero, John Ahern, John Croteau, George Dristolaris up in the booth, Dan Sipek, Gene Massa, Mark Phillips back here tonight. The captains, Mike Kelly's injured, Steve Cupa and James Kemos both played outstanding games tonight.
They have. They've stepped up big for Bishop Guertin.
Nobody's allowed to call any more timeouts. We had one by BG, we had one by Keene. We will see 4th and 1 here. Ball at the 16-yard line. Keene needs this play to keep any hope of a miracle finish alive.
And even after the timeout, Keene is going to go empty backfield here. Don't be surprised if you see a quarterback sneak.
Luopa, long snap count. Steps back, throws over the middle, incomplete. I think it bounced. And that's the game, basically.
That time, Luopa tried to go a little Tebow-esque. He looked like he was going to run. Hold it back, had a receiver open.
Tell you what,
Just
the
a
receiver
short
was
pass.
there. There's not enough conviction in that pass. It's almost like he was cringing, like he was about to take a hit, and he wasn't. You know, he had time to take a step and fire it. And
that time, a short pass, and
it will look like a touchdown in the making there.
It did, and Keene cannot capitalize on another Bishop Guertin turnover with a minute 52. This one looks to be all wrapped up.
So BG in a tight formation here. Handoff up the middle. Big pile up. Timeout by Keene. That's their last timeout of the half. They took one very early in the second half, then one right there in the 4th and 1 play. Now they stop the clock, so it seems to be academic at this point because BG's up 14-0. And they'll be able to, it's not mathematically impossible, of course, but they'll be able to run off a good minute and a half without.
I would imagine. So give the ball back to Remillard. Let him, I know he had the fumble, but before that fumble, he had a nice run going for him. So just put 2 hands on the ball. Give the ball to your starters.
So your Division II playoff scenario?
BG number 1. And they're going to be number 1. Winnacunnet number 2, then Dover, then Keene.
Okay, and then the semifinal games will be, you think, Keene back here against BG?
Yep, Keene back here against BG, and Dover not making the far
Winnacunnet?
At Winnacunnet, not making the far trip. Both are on the seacoast, so that should be a good game right there. 2 teams that know each other very well.
My prediction: Dover comes back here for the final. A rematch of that 7-0 loss for BG.
I could really see that. Winnacunnet, everyone was riding the Winnacunnet train early after the first week since they beat North in overtime. But ever since that, they've had some little hiccups here and there, and they haven't looked like the dominant team everyone thought they were going to be. And I could really see Dover knocking them off because their defense might be the best in the state. They have really stepped things up defensively.
1 minute to go in the game. The clock now running and time's called by the officials.
Not sure when next week's game against Keene will be played because both national schools as well are made it to the postseason. So usually there's one on Friday, one on Saturday. We'll see who plays on Friday and who plays on Saturday. So
right, yeah. An encroachment penalty against Keene. And so it's a 5-yarder. Bring up 3rd and 1. Under a minute to go now. The clock is running. BG trying to run out the clock, leading 14-0. And a quarterback sneak by Cupa. Gets the first down.
That's all they're going to need.
Yeah.
They're
going to have to run off 1 more play or 2 more plays just to kill off the clock. So you think there'll be a Friday night game?
Last couple of years there have been BG and either Nashua school.
North-South's here on Saturday. It's already been
North-South is here on Saturday.
To be Friday
All
night.
right, so BG will play on Friday. They played Alvern here on a Friday last postseason, so it's nothing new to Coach Tony Johnson and his staff. So it's something that even though they have the short turnaround, you know, playing on Saturday than on Friday, but I believe we'll be in for another great game. I know both teams will look at the tape, try to make corrections on what went wrong and what went right, and I think we'll be in tune for another great game come Friday.
Same two teams, same bad channel, same bad action. I think you'll be covering the game, Peter. I don't know. Has to be determined.
It's still up in the air, but this one goes to Bishop Guertin. As they pitched the shutout, John, give a lot of credit to the defense. They stepped up. Remillard, Kemos, all the big guys up front making the big plays.
Yeah, and you know, it's just like you said, they have to eliminate penalties, and then the offense will be exponentially better. I mean, they could have had 4 or 5 scores, it feels like, tonight if the yellow flags didn't keep flying.
It's not the same BG team that we might have saw against Winnacunnet, you know, putting up bigger points. They scored 27. They had the great special teams and everything. But
or in past years where they just dominated.
Very true. It's a different year. You know, they had, I think, 30-something seniors that graduated. You know, it's a different year for Tony Johnson. You know, Mike Kelly got injured, but they're getting the job done.
Right.
That's all he could ask from his team. And they find a way to win. And once again, the road to the championship for Division II comes through Stellos Stadium and Tony Johnson and his club.
There you see the final score of the night on Nashua's ETV. Bishop Guertin 14, Keene nothing. I'm John Collins for Ryan Richer. Want to thank our spectacular crew tonight. Roof cam Jesenik Soto and the camera up in the stands. Terry Collins down on the field. We had Tim O'Neill, our executive producer, Pete Johnson. The game was carried live on a Saturday night as you watch Tony Johnson addressing the troops down on the field. Pleasure to do the game with you, Ryan. Hope we can do it again.
Yes, definitely. A double header we pulled.
We definitely have the Turkey Bowl coming up. It's to be determined on the playoff game, so please stay tuned to the Nashua ETV schedule for what will be happening. We have BG, South, and North all in the football playoffs. It's a success from that standpoint already.
Great success in the Gate City. You're seeing all 3 teams excel, and man, cannot wait. I tell you, Nashua is going to be buzzing with everything that's going on with all 3 teams in the postseason battling for a championship.
So thank you for watching, everybody. 14-0, BG takes it, and good night from Stellos Stadium, everybody.